guessing game reveal. We revealed the answer, and if you haven't caught on to the short yet, the answer was 16. Thank you, everyone who played. A couple of you were really close, which is really
very
nice.
Close.
So we're just, it's Friday morning.
Yes.
We're just coming on here because we started our day a little later than usual. So we're just going to see if anybody comes on and if anybody wants to just hang out with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
My mom's making a caldo.
Oh, yes.
So just waiting for the caldo to be done. I don't care. And, yeah.
Oh, what else? What else?
But, how's everyone's week been? What?
Yeah, it was good going all right. I would say yeah, I would say
I don't see it. I don't care.
Yeah, good. All right. Perfect.
Technical difficulties,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So hey everyone who's on here, how are you? Who's watching? Happy Friday morning. We're just on here, like I said, just hanging out, seeing if anybody wants to join
desveladas.
us. See, we started our day a little later. How was everyone's week, man? It was a crazy, rough week.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's over. Hopefully we'll have a better week next week.
No school today for those who
school.
go
Veterans
school.
Day.
Yeah,
so thank you to all our veterans for their service and all that good stuff. You know, November is a time for gratitude.
Yes.
We got a little sidetracked.
Oh, yeah.
But we were going to do a series of gratitude stories, practicing gratitude. How do you guys feel about gratitude? Do any of you guys even know what that is? Do any of you guys do you know what I mean? Like you hear it, you see.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing going on.
Just say it. You're getting on my fucking nerves. So yeah, what? I don't care. So anyways,
go on with
gratitude. Well, tell me.
A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people
I don't know what they think.
They take it for granted, I guess, that you have a job or just the simplest little things. Did you post that video we did about gratitude?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, couldn't remember.
Didn't do too well,
That's
I don't think people like the positive.
Can we be real here? Yeah, I don't think people like the positive. everybody wants to push a positive message, right? I've been seeing that a lot with podcasters and just anyone who has social media. Everyone's always like, oh, positive message. But, I don't think people really like the positive. Yeah, I think people enjoy the negative. They like the drama. And I think we're more negative. I think we are. That was our motto, right? Expect the worst and hope for the best.
Wait, you're saying us personally?
Yeah. My dad was always saying that, like, expect the worst and hope for the best.
I was always
and he was a pessimist, so he was always like, before anything even started, he was always like, valió madre, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's where I get my personality from.
So how do you, let's get into
okay, how you said that we're considered negative.
Yes.
That's a lot of people's opinions about us, right?
Yes, it is.
And I have noticed that, I can be so negative sometimes, a lot more than I would say positive. However, but I think a lot of it it's just my strong opinions on things.
My thing is, what are there not many realists?
And there are different, again, there's negative as in like you're just negative, like, oh no, it's not gonna work. No. And then I think there's toxic negative where it's like intentional, where you it's like malicious, like
so that being a hater. Would you say?
I would say it's like you're just gonna, oh my gosh, that person, because for whatever reason you're like, oh yeah, that person because they're doing better than I am, or whatever it may be that you're insecure about. You're like, oh, so then you just go and start making like false rumors, or you start posting things and like making fun of individuals or something, and then you're like, yeah, because that I think is the type of negative that's. It's not just a regular negative. It's fucking
so then
intentional.
There's different types of negative.
That's what I think there is,
so
and I think people mistake us, and it doesn't matter. That's their own opinion.
Yes.
Where they just think they have us figured out, and they're you guys are negative about everything, so you guys are wishing bad things on people, because a lot of people do that. Or they're like, you guys are bad and negative, and it's like, it's not. It's an opinion, and I think that's where people really confuse a lot of it, and it's just. I
think so. But let's go into the month of November about gratitude. So let's talk about gratitude. Do you have a good story for gratitude? I have a lot of stories.
Oh, yeah, there's good ones. Like I said, like when we were homeless. And, we were homeless. I don't even know, how long were we for the first time when Benny and the lady...
Oh, had already been homeless for over a year.
All right, and then from there we went. So
that's a good gratitude story. So we went to this event. We've talked about this on our channel, on her channel for a lot when, we became homeless. We were homeless for 19 months, and we couldn't get any resources from the local outreach places and things like that. And it was a very, very interesting, humbling, now it's humbling, but it was a very scary time. And so, we couldn't lose our faith. We couldn't give up. I had kids, and they lived with us, and we were doing, showers at the park, things that I would never imagine myself doing. I would say that would be like my worst nightmare,
Yes.
Things you dream about, and you're like, oh my God, it's so horrible, and then you're actually living it, and it's like, oh my gosh. Or, it's so sad. That was the saddest thing for me, anyways, was like, in the daytime, as soon as the sun comes up, I learned that. I didn't know that there's people that are up at 4 a.m, and they start their day at 4 a.m, or, and so on. As soon as that 4 a.m, there's people jogging, they're walking their dogs, and then once the sun comes up, there's even more people. So I always felt that was always the saddest thing to me when I started to see the sun go down, because I knew, like, it's going to be night soon, and everybody goes home. They go take a shower or whatever, and they get cozy in their bed, or some people get cozy in the living room, and they take it for granted. And I knew what we were going to do, right? We were going to go and, like, look for a bathroom with a drain to go and, like, rinse off.
And it was the worst thing when I would work night shifts as a security guard. I'd get off at midnight. So I remember it was a hot summer night, and oh gosh, it was so hot. I was in the security outfit. Oh, it's all heavy. Ugh. So, and people, I'd be telling them, oh, thank you so much for coming, to the event, whatever.
Right.
And then people would be exiting, and they'd be like, well, you have a good night. I saw you worked so hard, and I bet you can't wait to get home and go put your legs up and, like, take a warm bath and relax. And I'm just thinking, like, yeah. And then
you
I'm like,
only knew I'm going to go
and then
into
I'm
my
like,
car
fuck, and I'm just going to go straight to my car with my family and go rinse off in the in and out restroom, take some paper towels, wipe down all that, and change my clothes, wrap them up so we can go to the laundromat the next day. And I mean, so I'm just thinking, like, damn. And then what do you do? I'm like, I'd wash my face in the restrooms, take my makeup off, my lashes, all that, and brush my hair out, and and then just pack up my clothes and go to the fucking car where my legs would swell up, and then repeat until whatever. Then I'm like,
well, and then in the mornings we'd have to go to work at our other job.
So again, the weather being so icy cold, like just that chill in the mornings, and having to use the restroom.
So those are things people take for granted. You really take it for granted when you're not in that situation. So many people take it for granted. And for those of you who will never experience this, because there will be people who will never experience that because they got it. Like their parents have always worked or whatever reason. I don't know why we were handled that experience. I don't know why that was one of our tests or whatever. But I'm very grateful now. I'm very grateful. I mean, this isn't the best place, but others have it worse. So I think that's a good message for the day. Others have it worse. And I know I used to get really pissed off when people would tell me that because, it's like, I don't care about others. I care about us,
Yes.
But I can be empathetic and understand that. So I think that's what hopefully, people will practice this month.
Hi, Lucchese,
how's it going? Hey, how did all that stuff go on? I saw your video before we were banned. How did all that stuff work out with that person or whatever? Hopefully it worked out good, I guess. But yeah, so we're just talking about gratitude. November's the month of gratitude. Thank you for joining us also.
Thank you.
And what are things that you're grateful for? Is there anything do you ever take the time to, because I never used to really, like, you hear it, right? You hear things like that, but to really feel it and really, like, understand it and appreciate things, like, I don't know.
I think, I'm going to be negative here.
Okay.
Especially during this month in November, Thanksgiving, right? I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's so, what stuff I've been doing?
I saw a video of you, something was circulating on TikTok about some guy or something. I'm not too sure, but it was some, like, drama. It sounded like drama.
I don't know if he was a rapper.
Some guy that there was, like, yes. I don't know if you had made a comment.
Damn name, I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a couple
weeks
ago. But hopefully it worked out. But I'm glad you're doing well.
But what I'm saying is I think it's bullshit, like, during the month of November, right?
Yes.
It's just so generic. It seems like people, right away, everyone's like, you give thanks during Thanksgiving. And everyone's number one thing, that's what it seems like. Everybody, it's just for Thanksgiving. And everyone's like, I'm so grateful for this food. And it's like, come on, let's get deeper into it. What are you grateful for? And I don't know. I think people...
Oh, he put, of that rapper... big. I don't know.
I think so. It was. I don't really know who that was. That's why I'm like, what is that guy? Or, yeah. I think that's the name. I'm not sure.
Oh, well, I hope it worked out. We ended up getting banned. I really want to talk about it.
There's like 2 videos in my right there. It was about, and it's titled "The Dangers of Social Media Influencers."
That's kind of what.
So we got banned because
we did a stitch, and there's this whole situation. It's really. Can we talk about it freely? Or I mean, I'm a little. Anyways.
No, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Fine,
care.
Whatever. But yeah,
that's me being negative.
Okay, fine. Well, we got banned, and then I mean, it was just a whole lot of drama, and it's still going on because these people are still continuing to stalk us.
Fucking cyber stalking.
Yeah, cyber stalking.
It's like, I mean, whatever.
But anyway, so let's get back to the story, which I'm being grateful. So yeah, so I don't know, what are you grateful for, Lucchese? Is there anything that you can think of that's like not the usual cliche, you know, house, food, something like, is there a specific time in your life that you just hold dearly and it's like, I'm so grateful for that? Have any of you guys ever experienced that? Or do any of you guys think that deep? I really wonder. Because like I said...
yeah, it's all good. I was speaking on my opinion on something he did. I wasn't mad, though. He a little bothered.
Yeah, people are going to get bothered. Well, yeah, that's what we happened. We bothered these women, this woman.
It's fucking social media.
Are you on TikTok? He's on TikTok. Because
we're not even on TikTok. They banned us. Are you on TikTok?
Well, if you are, we're going to spread awareness. There's this woman. Her name is Entrepreneur Queen. Yeah, definitely block her. She's psycho, like literally psycho.
And again, this is our opinion because we've had this,
interaction with her.
And this just happened on Sunday. We stitched a video, and it's something that's going on in Norwalk, California. I put the video on my YouTube and...
Well, let's just get into it real quick. We're talking about it. So, we did this video on Sunday. I saw this video, right? And I didn't really know the whole substance of the video because it's just...
He's grateful for his little girl.
Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah, that's super sweet. Oh. But yeah, so anyways, we stitched this video on Sunday. And in Norwalk, California, I guess this guy has been recording some kids in front of a school. And... it's been going on for 8 months. Supposedly he's followed women. Supposedly some kids have seen him doing
parents have reported things. I guess.
Yes. But this woman and her group of friends, I don't know if you know who Alex and Namorado is, but I guess they kind of collab together or whatnot. So anyways, we stitched the video because now the woman and her group of friends, they're at that man's house. And they're harassing it. The house is being vandalized. They're stalking this man's house.
And that video was just mainstreaming, and I've seen it all over TikTok. So we stitched it, and the stitch was open because it's public. I mean, you have the option to push
and
public
they
or
did
private.
Say in the video that the police did not arrest the man because there has been no crime
Although
committed.
It's discussing, like, there are creepers that do, because we've had people record our kids.
Take pictures and stuff,
And when we actually went to the
police.
And
we've called the police.
And there was pictures, but they were like, oh no, your kid is in the background, and it wasn't nothing. So, shit like that.
So anyways, so we did a stitch, and we're like, hey, look, that's disgusting. I don't agree with that guy. Like, that's not right. However, you have to know your rights, okay? Now you guys are trespassing on this man's property. His house is being vandalized.
And they just go around yelling at the police.
This woman and her posse, because she's got a posse. She's got over 100,000 followers, and
on TikTok.
They travel.
She has multiple
like
accounts on TikTok, Instagram, and then there's two other girls. So they started
reporting all our videos. And it was just like nonstop.
And we stitched her directly, and
she didn't respond to us.
And we weren't. I mean, who cares if she responded? And then it wasn't until 2 days later that we started getting all these people
private messages,
and
they hated some. And they trashed and they hated, yeah. And so, anyways,
it's on TikTok.
So this woman, that particular woman, we didn't know they were connected. I didn't know they were connected at first, right? But we were getting all these like weird messages and like, you guys are this and you guys are that, whatever. And I'm used to it. That's fine. So then we were stitching the video responses, like, hey, look, what are you talking about? Whatever. So it got to the point where the lady sends Emily a comment and was like, the road trip one. I don't know if it's on there. Is it on the YouTube page?
Yeah.
I think she posted it. And so then from there, they started hitting up our Instagram because we don't hide.
We're public.
We put all our stuff on
even if we don't have a lot of followers, our shit's public. We're not hiding because that's the risk you take when you're on social media.
And because we want to circulate because we try to do the hair, we try to make extra money and things like that. So anyways, it got to the point where they were harassing us on Instagram. So we started calling all these people.
Yeah, because they messaged us like, hey, bitch.
How it is.
I'm the way I am. I'm like, all right, you're gonna I call on Instagram. So if you're gonna talk shit to me, go to my DM. I'm gonna call you on DM, so you better answer. Yeah. So I called. They wouldn't answer. The second person that hit me up, I called them. They didn't answer. Third person called, they didn't answer. So then the lady, the main lady, the leader,
This entrepreneur
queen, she's like, she messages me on there like, okay, since you want to call everybody, I'm gonna make this a group chat. I'm like, well, go for it. So we call them, and they all answer, and it's 5 ladies on that chat, and only two of them showed their face because they didn't want to show their faces. So I'm like. They're like, no, we don't have to be showing our faces. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, so one of the ladies, the whole time to this call went on for 25 minutes
ridiculous.
of nothing. And you know, like I said, I'll own it. If I do something wrong, and you know, that's part of like what we're talking about. Gratitude, that's what we stand for. Those are our values, right? So they were all pissed off because they're like, oh, you were calling us
if you look at my last 2 videos on my, right there on YouTube, yeah, the lady, read between the lines there. When someone tells you, hey, we're going to go take a road trip, how about we go pay you?
What do you think that means?
You're right. To me, that's fucking code. Saying between the lines, bitch, I'm pulling up. All right, then. So that's what happened, and that's how I took it. You're
so that's why in that comment, like I said, hey, because I've seen you do so and so, just so you know.
These people pull up to people's houses with like big ass speakers, fucking cameras, and they harass people. Yes. So I'm like, oh, all right, you want to pull up? All right, then. So I'm like,
I did mention, like, hey, just so you know, I do have an exposed firearm permit, and I do know my gun laws, you know. It's not a threat or whatever, I'm just letting you know. So we started talking about that. So this video call went on for 25 minutes.
Two bitches didn't show their face.
I was trying to resolve it. Like, because I don't get this whole, like, the whole harassment, and them just reporting our
All of them just kept yelling all on top of each other, like, one bitch was like, fuck 925 rucas. I'm like, that's fine. And then I'm like, we don't even give views.
Your haircuts are shit. Okay.
All right. Hey, I wasn't feeling it that day. And then the other one's like, you're fat. I'm like, I know, okay. And then the other one's like, I'm like, show your face. She's like, no fucking bitch. I don't have to show my face, bitch.
So anyways, long story short, you know, I'm like, so honestly, like, how can we resolve this? Like, honestly, I mean, that's what I want to know.
And we tried so hard, you know, to keep straight faces and not laugh because it's ridiculous.
Oh, because they felt that, because you guys aren't taking the matter serious.
Oh, no. Also,
we're passionate.
It escalated because they made videos and they're accusing us of being Chomo supporters. Yeah. And I'm like, no, we're not. And so that's why I'm saying, you know, these false accusations and shit, you can't just go around doing that shit. An opinion's different, but these ladies making videos and they want people to believe that we're Choma supporters and they want people to come hurt us and come, you know, so that's why we're like, well, then pull up, bitch, because it's not true.
So I'm like, I told lady, like, so how can we resolve this? Okay, we did the videos, we did this shit, let's just move forward.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I don't like that you don't agree with our opinions. And I'm like, oh man, dude, well, how do we get past this then? Because I don't agree with what you guys are doing. Like, I agree, I understand, you don't like that the man's doing it. And so I keep trying to explain to these women about the laws and the rules, and they're like, because we have your address, we have your phone number. I'm like, that's fine.
I'm like, that's fine.
And so
I'm like, that's a fucking
and we're a big
group.
She's like, we're a big group, and we'll show up. Okay.
No, she's like, that's why we go after people. We'll go after them. Like, well, come after us. Well, come after us because you have my address. Why the fuck didn't you call me directly on my phone? Why are we doing this?
So this went on for 25 minutes, and it's a whole lot of thing, and it's very scary. I find it scary. Not that I'm scared of them. No. What I find scary is that how can there be so many people in this world like this that they don't reason? Yeah. There was no reasoning. One of the girls just kept fuck you. Okay, that's your opinion. And the lady too was just like, because you don't agree with my opinion. Well, we don't live in a dictatorship, and we don't live in a communist place or whatever either. I'm a kid. Okay, well, go away. If you're a kid, get the fuck off of here. Like, I don't care. Get the fuck
out of here.
Anyways, you should be in bed.
Bad parenting.
Yeah, someone should be watching their shit. Anyways, so this is what we're talking about. So they got us banned. So we're banned. We have a new channel, but it's not moving because, again, we started digging, you know, and I don't like to do that. I don't like to waste my time like that, but I felt the need to, and that woman, this specific woman, her name is Laura. That's her name. Her name is Laura. She has how many accounts? Like,
she has
10 accounts.
10 different accounts on TikTok. And then Instagram, it's like 5 different ones.
And
then
each account has over, like the big account has 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
The other ones have like 10,000, 15,000, 20. Of course, no wonder we got blocked if she's sending her own profiles to go and block us. And then the other woman,
her other two accomplices.
the other girl her name is Leslie, and she's got an OnlyFans. You guys want to go troll her OnlyFans? Yeah. And she's got a Cash App if you want to request money from her. I know that's petty.
It's public because when you go to her Instagram, LinkedIn or whatever that is, I'm not tech savvy, but I guess it takes it to her Cash App, Twitter, OnlyFans. I'm like, oh.
I mean, she got a nice ass. I gotta say that. She's
no
potty
homo.
mouth, no homo. But I mean, the picture I saw, she's got a nice ass. Like, oh wow, you're fucking talking all that shit, and you got. I mean, you can make money.
Yeah, why are you wasting your time with us two bitches? Like,
anyways, but again, it's very scary. It's very scary because, like I said, like I've always said, right. Unfortunately, people don't care about the truth. It's what you can get other people to believe. And so if this woman and these girls, these ladies, because that's the one with OnlyFans, Leslie, and then I don't know if it's her mom or her sister.
The one that didn't show her face.
Vanessa. Fluffy, some shit.
She's on Instagram. A lot of people follow her on TikTok as well. A couple of people I saw.
But yeah, so I'm just bringing awareness, guys, because I guess that's what these people do. That's what they do. They're known to do that. And update is, the city council of that city got involved. They investigated. It's still ongoing, I think. But for the most part, they recently had a meeting. There's no criminal activity from the guy's part, even though he was doing weird, creepy things. And they told these women to stay away from that house. Yeah. So they're pissed off thinking that we were the ones telling people. I guess they were under the assumption, they're still under the assumption, I'm assuming, that we do what they do and have multiple, like, when they say people that project, everything they were saying is the same things that they do. Yeah. Where it's like, oh my gosh, this is, I don't know if this is mental health. I don't know if it's drugs they're taking.
So after that phone call, after that phone call we had, we told that they were like, we're done with you, fucking 9 to 5.
I've heard enough. Fuck the Rukas.
Fuck the Rukas. That's fine. I'm like, thank you for calling. And then they all hung up, and I'm because we made it very clear, we're not talking about like this with like on the
like what people usually
we're not going back and forth with you people after this, you know.
Mom, don't stop.
And then from there, the next day they continued to send messages. We just didn't get in, because it's done. We said what we said and we moved on. So I'm under the impression they're still on their way up here. They're here, who knows? But like I said, whatever, pull up. I mean, what can you do? I mean,
but again. So I don't understand how. This is I've came across some psychos.
Oh yeah.
But these are like different types of psychos.
Because this is like now it's social media type cyber stuff. So things have really changed.
Mom, you're so
So that's I'm like, wow, and it's just ridiculous because people with these big platforms, like, damn, you waste that much time with your platforms, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just it's annoying though.
Yeah, so that's the deal with that. So hopefully...
So she has a video that they made of us on there, and the other lady as well. So that's what they're spreading. They're spreading...
that we're Choma
supporters. And
the guy, Alan, is the guy that's involved in this institute. And they're saying that we're his cheerleaders. So yeah, I really don't care what people are saying. But once you start making these accusations, saying these kind of things, that's how people can get in trouble. That's how people can get hurt. So I don't know, guys. What would you guys do in a situation like that? Like, I'm not, again, and we've talked about this on other lives, violence should never be the answer. It shouldn't be. I'm a big supporter about that. But when you have people like these people who don't reason, they can't reason, what is the next step? What would you guys do in that position is what I want to know. Because, you hear people always talk shit, right? Like, oh, I wouldn't be letting this happen. I don't care, Mom. I wouldn't be letting this happen. Or I wouldn't be letting that happen or whatever. But yeah, so that's the deal with that. And why? So you're beautiful. What? You want to join us, Mom?
And so,
Evelyn.
¿Qué más?
So, you're going to put the
earphones.
Let me record her since everyone's teaching me how to be a good snitch.
Yeah, so that's just what do you do with that shit? To me, I just think that's like a bunch of lame shit, I guess. But
it's lame,
how would you read into that? Someone tells you on social media, we're going to take a road trip. To me, I interpret that you're going to pull up. And I feel like these people, I don't think a lot of people are used to what is that when they call their bluff or
someone
something?
like standing up to him, because obviously these people are bullies. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously they're bullies. Because and that's where I was a little confused too, because while we were having this conversation, I was waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, remove the videos, remove it," but no, there was no remove the videos. There was nothing like that.
Yeah, they didn't.
The ladies, they're like, "So how can we resolve this?" And I kept asking this over and over and over, and the ladies kept saying was, "Do your fucking research. Do your research.
Don't be making videos." Right. And I said, I'm like, well, having an opinion isn't illegal. I'm like, we're only 2 people out of the whole world.
Yeah, but you were making us look bad. How can
I'm like, we didn't make you look bad. We're not the ones over there. But this is a mainstream thing that I'm seeing all over TikTok. And they're like, yeah, well, shut your fucking mouth. And it's like, well, you should, I mean, it's social media. You have your stitch on.
So
they say as long as they don't bring it to your door, hey, they'll be safe. But when that happens, yeah, they got to face the consequences.
So, yeah, that's why, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've had people do that in the past.
Yeah.
We have had people, and again, it's so pointless, And again, like I told the lady, because they were upset too, because in the videos I was upset. I was, and I did call him a culera. Culera, if you're not familiar with Spanish, culera is like a wimp, a bitch, a
coward,
pussy, whatever. And so they were like, you were calling her that because she didn't respond, and
no, because she.
And I was like, well,
screen recorded, and then they made videos about us after like they had blocked us and didn't want to see.
And then the other girl, the OnlyFans girl, was pissed off because she was like, yeah, and you guys kept saying that we yell at cops. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I apologize. And
then she was like, yeah.
If I hurt your feelings, I'll apologize.
And then all she just kept saying was like, you're fat.
And then she's like, don't feel important, bitch. Don't think you're something special. I'm sorry. Okay, I know it's not funny, but it was ridiculous. It was like when you're fighting with a little 10-year-old or a 12-year-old. And then I feel bad because, we do work with people with special needs. We do work with people.
And then they send messages.
And I'm kind of under the impression that maybe there's some type of, that's not an illness, but you know what I mean? Maybe there's a delay. Maybe they have learning disabilities. And then it's like, and then I felt bad because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go cuss you out too. What for? It's just
and yet that's what I'm saying about this whole gratitude, right? You're thankful for coming to your
knowing better.
You know better because with the experience. I mean, you choose if you want to be the bigger person. It's like, they're fucking, let them.
But I mean, I could see how someone who's never really
if you're not used to confrontation, that could be scary for you if that's your first time. But hey,
or they could be crying because they were saying the whole time the lady's just like, fuck you. How many times can you hear fuck you in your life? You know what I mean? But so I wanted to laugh. I'm glad I didn't.
No, because it's like. I mean, that's how I used to be. I think I would say when I was in middle school and you're trying to explain yourself to a teacher or a yard read, somebody, and you don't control. It's like, fuck. So yeah, I would say, it takes a lot of,
regulation.
Also, because you don't want to keep going back and forth to someone, right? It's pointless. And then you're leaving a paper, electronic paper trail, and you're sending people messages. So that's a good awareness thing. Also, if you're gonna be leaving comments, texting, anything on social media, that's leaving an electronic paper trail. So if you're gonna be saying stupid shit, even if you delete it, nowadays people are screenshotting, screen recording. Now, on the TikToks, even if you do delete your comment on someone's reaction video to you, their comment disappears, but that video with their original comment that they said, it still stays there. So it's there.
So again, we pissed a lot of people off last week, not thinking about it. So we the guy too, the Feds guy or whatever.
Yeah,
the Feds
that guy.
Baby. So that was another
video
one
on there
before this. So we don't know if maybe they're working together too. Who knows? Because we got a comment on here too about somebody and all this stuff. We read that already.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. But gratitude, things that it's like I said in the video. It's very saddening to me that people have these big numbers and they just use them like stuff I've been seeing on YouTube too. Right. People with the numbers and they just keep going back and forth with stupid shit, and it's like.
I mean, do you think it's stupid, right?
I think it's stupid. That's just my opinion.
To me, it's like, okay, you have these platforms with these big numbers, and you instead, I mean, I wouldn't be responding to anybody if I had over 100,000 followers. I'd be like everyone else. I don't need to because I'm somebody. I'm a public figure or whatever, social media influencer. But I think it is a lot of people, I think with the big numbers, people get very discouraged and intimidated by people's big numbers on platforms. And I just look at that. These ladies have multiple accounts with thousands of followers and just thousands of followers. And look, they were being such cowards. They didn't want to answer the DM calls when they were talking all that shit. And look at them continuing after we told them.
Well, so then the next day too, I guess they didn't see the video until the next day after the phone call, because when they were sending us messages, we didn't engage. But then when the girl was like, "You guys are a bunch of pussies," because what did she say? We're pussies for?
Because you're mentioning guns. Fucking pussies, and it's like, you stupid. Well, you're fucking saying that you're gonna come pull up. In other words, saying you're gonna take a road trip down south. There's 6 hours down south. You're coming up north. So my video,
I wouldn't drive 6 hours to go see.
Did you just go talk?
Yeah,
and be like, "Hi, I don't like your opinion." I don't think so. You know what you're gonna do? I act stupid.
Well,
come on, the fuck, come on, dude. Whatever.
Maybe we're just violent people.
No. Hey, when you grow up around violence, it takes a lot of practice. You know, it's not the answer, but when shit like this happens, you need to know. Read between the lines. When people say, "Oh, I'm gonna take it," it's code. Everybody knows it's fucking code. If you don't think so,
whoever's on here, if you're still watching,
then you're very naive.
What do you guys think that means?
What's your opinion?
What's your opinion on that? I'd like to hear somebody's opinion on that.
Okay, when someone says,
"Oh, I'm gonna take a road trip,"
or "Oh, I know that town you live in," or "Ooh, saludos of that town," or "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a trip down there," or wherever you're going. Come on, it's
because first they were trying to fucking say that they were gonna go complain on our Yelp page. and I'm like, okay,
all right. And then they're like, "Oh, and you guys, if you work for a school district, how would they feel if they know them? I don't give a fuck."
You support. I'm like, "Oh, I'm blackballed there anyway."
Yeah, I'm blackballed from there anyway. It gives a fuck, man. Like, go.
But again, this is what I'm talking about. This is where I find it scary. Like, for people to really go that strong, go after your livelihood, dude. There's certain. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking like this, but I feel like when people start attacking your livelihood, they start attacking. It's one thing for them to have an opinion about you, make shit up about you, things like that. Okay, that's like nonsense. But once they start attacking like your livelihood, then I think that builds it up takes it up another level to where things are escalating. They might not see that, but how would you resolve that? Like, you know what I mean? You can involve police and stuff like that, things like that. But
that takes.
But there has to
process,
be, it's a process.
Even with that, you really can't do anything because
they were pissed off. That's their whole issue. That these women, they're pissed off because even the police are telling them, "Hey, there has not been a crime committed. There's all these allegations," and that's what their videos are showing. They're showing one little girl who's like, I don't know, I think she was like 13, and she claimed that she saw the man masturbating. Well, my thing is too, okay, if that a bunch of kids have seen it. A little girl, what's a little girl going to know about masturbation? Let's be real with it. Unless they've been exposed to certain things at home. I mean, that's where I'm like, It almost sounds like maybe somebody dated this guy and things didn't work out, and now they're trying to get him.
That's just an opinion.
It's an assumption. I've seen so many crazy things, though. Yeah. And I didn't want to go there. There was no point in going there.
No, because can you imagine? Barking. Yes. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but
thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing us to vent here. That's something to be grateful for. I'm very grateful to have social media. Hey, not everyone has a social media. Not everyone can. And you know what? Other people do get heard or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it out here, and thank you for letting us vent, because that's something to be grateful for too, because not everyone. I hate that. We always end up being the people that people call when they want to vent. Yeah. And I don't mind listening to it. That's fine. But
we're like the emotional dumpsters. That's what I call it. You dump all your emotions.
I'm grateful for it too, because it helps me learn little things that it's like, oh.
And I'm like, damn, that person's fucking weak. Even though, that's just my opinion, like, weak, or like, but I get it. But whatever. Yeah. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Yes.
And it's not to make fun of, but it's just like something like, oh my gosh. But it's like, I guess, and it takes a lot of, you have to like really like
take a step back and
be like,
think before
you know
what?
Not everybody handles things the same way. Everyone is built differently, emotionally, mentally, everything. So when something to you that might just be taken lightly, someone takes it really to heart. Certain people like me, I'm gonna read a comment that says, "I'm gonna take a road trip where you live," and I'm getting my shit right. All right then, because you're gonna come do some unaliving shit. Well, let's doesn't matter how many people you have with you. Our father always taught us to stand our ground regardless if we were outnumbered. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't bow down to anybody, even when they try to use these scare tactics and these threats. Again, it's words. And if they come up to you and they're not even that close to you, but they just start talking shit, you fucking go first and beat their ass, because there's no reason to be, because they ain't about shit if they're just gonna be talking shit.
They're gonna be talking shit.
So,
and a lot of people don't agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, no, because you're supposed to wait for the police to tell you, like, if they hit first, fuck that shit. I ain't gonna let no one fucking come and talk shit.
That's what they tell you at schools too.
Yeah.
And it don't matter who hits first. It doesn't matter now. It's just
now
like,
it doesn't matter?
Now it's just like, no, both of you or whatever. Things have changed a lot. But I'm just saying, I mean.
But again,
and people, you know,
now that I'm older, though, violence is never the answer.
It's never. It shouldn't be.
Unless, in certain circumstances, like I'm saying, like in this certain particular situation, I don't know. I really don't see these people reasoning. And I think that's
they don't want to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
but
we're not engaging.
They choose to target us, though. There was other people telling them that they didn't agree with what they were doing. Same thing we were saying. And they weren't leaving any comments over there.
They were being ridiculous saying because our video had over 13,000 views. That's not a lot. That's not even viral.
No, it's not.
And these ladies, their videos have over 100,000 and even 1 million plus on this topic. And so I think people really take the view count seriously. We didn't even get likes on it. It was just a stitch. Like we give our opinions on a lot of different topics, just like everyone else on YouTube and TikTok, because that's what TikTok
we don't have
is
the
now.
fancy stuff either.
No, we don't have this fancy getup or anything, but I guess people really take views seriously, and they feel a little disrespected if you're a small channel and you get your views outnumber your fucking followers. Like, we only had 1,100 followers, and some of our views that were over 90,000 on some videos, 10,000, 15. That's not a lot. It's not viral, you know.
No,
so
because viral, from what I last heard, is you have to get at least, is it 20,000 views or 100,000 views in 20 minutes?
I think it's past. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of views.
It's past 100,000.
I think it's 100,000 in 20 minutes, first 20 minutes, something.
Like that.
Then it's considered viral.
So, but I know people do consider themselves viral when they hit 50,000. It ain't viral, but that's just.
I mean, I guess that's just us.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, no one.
So just, I guess I would say like safety too. You know.
Also, a lot of people have been saying, you know, think before you speak. When they tell you that, but when they're doing stupid shit that they're not thinking.
Yeah, they're not.
So to me, those are type of threats. Those are threats when you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to your town. I'm gonna go talk to you, have a conversation. That to me, those are code words. We're gonna get down. We're gonna do this shit.
Right.
And if you're thinking otherwise, that's not what it is.
Maybe you should rethink.
You need to really pay attention to us.
No, like seriously though. I mean, these are things that, and then you know, it's nothing different than the situations I've had.
Yeah.
When I was younger, you know, like I said, we told the story too. Like I've had people where they want to come and yell at your face. Like, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, no one should have the right to yell in your face.
Don't let him even
a
get
lot
near
of times
you.
when a lot of times the issue isn't even with you.
Yeah.
It's something that they're going through, and for whatever reason, they see something in you that triggers them, and they want to. It's never really about you.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. And I even told these ladies, like, hey, look, you're so angry. You just keep yelling at me. You just keep, cussing me out.
Yeah.
Why don't you just vent? Why don't you just get it all out? Make you feel better.
And then
they took it like I was mocking them. But I'm like, I wasn't mocking you.
And then they're just like, fucking bitches, you're not even about shit. I saw your videos. You guys aren't from nowhere. I'm like, oh, I never made videos saying that I was about shit, like that I was a gangster. I never made videos saying I was from anything. What the fuck? So, yeah, I don't know. People are just angry. And I think people like that should stay off of social media. If you can't handle difference of opinion, or people stitching your fucking video, duetting your shit, why the fuck is TikTok having these types of options then?
Why do they have them on then?
Yeah, and these people as well, like, why did you make a reaction video about my video? Well, why do you get it? Because you have more followers? Do you think that you need to shut me down or whatever?
So I think these are the common conflicts that people have with social media too. See, we've never had the big numbers on YouTube and stuff.
No.
But you know how you see little beefs here on YouTube and stuff? So maybe that's what it is. The people, they actually get paid for their views and their what do you call that? Views and their likes.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be a different story then, I guess.
Maybe.
But the ladies' likes weren't affected or anything. It doesn't affect them on the TikTok.
They were just mad that we weren't agreeing with them. And then the topic was, we were just talking about the law, because their frustration was like, how come this man isn't arrested yet? And the answer to that would be like, well, hey, it's a process.
Yeah.
And the girl even said that it was going to take like 8 months for them to investigate the laptop to see what pictures or whatnot. So in the meantime, they are at this man's house, and
I don't think
they were like harassing him, and they were going to do it until they wanted the process to be quicker or something. So that the whole topic was just about the law, what we were saying in the video. Like, that's just the law, unfortunately. As gross as that is, that people are disgusting, creepy in public, taking fucking videos in public.
Well, and like I said, I don't know if we talked about it on this channel or not, but we had a situation like that too. We were at the park, and I noticed this man was taking pictures, and it looked like he was taking pictures of my kids. And I wasn't 100% sure. So instead of like confronting him and getting all crazy the way people are like, I would do this, I would do that, I'm like, no, this is not the right thing to do. So I called police. I'm like, look, I'm not sure. I think he's taking my kids' pictures. Police came, they talked to him, they looked at the phone, and he was across the park or whatever. And so when they came back to talk to me, they're like, he said he was taking pictures of the Halloween decorations. I'm like, okay, really? I'm like, but he's like, but it just happened to be that your kids were in the you weren't even with us a day. Like the kids were in the pictures, and I'm like, okay, but my kids were in the pictures, so obviously he wanted them in the picture. And they're like, no, like because they're so far out, like out of focus, he's not committing a crime. You're in public. Anyone can take your picture. It doesn't matter who.
Even
if you're at the park, if you're in public, they can do that for whatever reason, as long as they're not like approaching you, trying to touch you or whatever, then they can do that in a public place. And I was upset. I was super mad. I'm like, and I felt, I felt angry. I felt like the police wasn't helping me.
Okay,
and
so he has the pictures.
Like, okay, fine. So I was upset.
They didn't make him delete them either.
No, they didn't.
It was his right to take a picture in public.
So as hard as that pill was to swallow, we had to take the L, and move forward. And it was like, well, it's not like I'm going to follow this guy home, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Like you have to let it be. And that's what I was trying to explain to these women, and they were just nonstop, and it was crazy. And I'm kind of tempted to post the call and
post the whole beginning of what
and
these
who
people
these ladies
do.
are and what they look like, because I think that's the kind of awareness, like, because they're claiming that they're spreading awareness, okay, which is fine, but the way they're going about it, that's what I don't.
And now they're spreading false rumors that we're Chomo supporters.
Yes.
And that's not right. That's slandering people's name. And they don't want to reason, and they don't want to understand it. So that's what they want to do. So they want to take it to violence, I guess.
I don't know.
That's how I'm reading what they told me.
I don't know what else would be, like, how do you reason with these people? Or what would you do? And so we block them or whatever, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to. If these people already have multiple accounts, then I don't think it's going to be hard for them to make another multiple account.
I mean, they already said they have our address.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, whatever. Well, so we'll just have to see. You just might see it on social media somewhere of them pulling up with cameras and doing all the shit and whatever. But, yeah.
But those are the dangers of social media too, and like people have told us to, like, oh, why do you guys put yourself out there, or why do you guys
because nowadays you need social media for work, like especially in the industry that we're in with the hair and makeup, all that waxing, everything. People want to contact you on social media, and even if you're not posting like your work, they still want to see they want to see your vlogs or whatever,
like mesh.
And that's how it is. I mean, everything. You need social media for everything now. Because even dentist people, they even do cool little videos and promoting themselves. Surgeons, all that. So you need social media for everything. I don't care what people say. I mean, you could just be safe and all that. But, I mean, even when anyone could just take your picture in public and start making fake profiles with your face. Yeah. And even with your face, like, it's just things that, and I just think it's just weirdos that want to just, like these people. They want to... make false, fake accounts and do that, and I think that's the big risk with social media. That's where, like, for example, that's why I was with the private accounts. Like, I don't really care for the private accounts, and I mean, I appreciate people watching or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, they'll tell me an excuse or whatever. But after a while, like after this incident, I'm like, no, you know what? I don't think I'm going to accept any more private accounts. And if there's something that rubs me the wrong way, then I'm going to have to, just for safety. And also, even YouTube, people that just have a funky picture of whatever, they don't have content. I don't like people I mean, I appreciate people who want to, like, they comment, but
Engage, right.
they don't have any videos. They don't post on their community post. Like, I don't understand why people are hiding. Like, so if you have videos, content, like that's
So-
actually you showing your face or whatever.
Well, then I would hope
fucking
there
videos.
needs to be a change in the social media then, and it needs to be like you're either a spectator or you're an influencer. And it doesn't matter if you have 5 followers, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's the way it should be. Like, I think if you're a spectator, you shouldn't be allowed to comment. You shouldn't be allowed to like stuff. You can only watch. The way YouTube is, like, if you don't have a YouTube and you can watch stuff,
Yeah.
but you can't like or comment. I think all across social media,
Yeah.
that's what it needs to happen. They need to have, like, are you a spectator or are you an influencer?
And then there's even people I see on YouTube too. There's videos that they post, like shorts and stuff, but it's reposted videos that aren't their original video. Like, it's like, oh, you can screen record any video on anything, and then you just upload it, and then, like, to me, again, that could be the fake account. It's like, it's lame. I just don't know what people are hiding from. They make these private accounts.
Well, and then people want to be like, oh, because I have a job. But again,
So
if
what?
professionals with degrees have social media and they post stuff,
Yeah.
then what's the big deal? I mean, or is it because they are the ones creeping on other people and they don't want people creeping on them? There's so many things.
Perhaps.
I don't know, but this is a very good learning experience for us as far as like...
But we've dealt with
Yeah,
this
but you know what I mean?
a
But as
lot.
far as the learning experience where like I've never had to deal with... These are trolls. These are what you
we
really
were face to face with the definition of trolls, and they
yeah.
fucking look creepy.
Domestic terrorists.
The look in their eyes, there's like no soul, and this is our opinion
Yes.
from no souls, no eyes, no fucking life in their eyes, just straight like trolling. But these people have big accounts. The fucking girls on OnlyFans, really, like, what are you wasting your time with us here saying, oh, and we're gonna post you guys on our bigger accounts? And I'm like, go for it. Bad exposure, good exposure, whatever. I mean, you guys are just, you keep fucking with us, like, you're the one. I mean, good for you, move on. But no, when people don't want to move on, now that's what's scary. Like, that's like, can you imagine these people, how they are
in the dating world,
yes,
or
like
in the workplace.
I mean, this is where people, I think that, what is that term? Then the heat of the passion, the crimes that happen like that.
Crimes of passion.
Yeah, like, this is definitely, it's just like, oh my gosh. But like I'm saying, it's just
But that's just, it's very foreign to me though that somebody could be so angry at you when they don't know you. And I know I've heard that other people say that, but I'm talking about like, this was nothing. It was a stitch. It was a stitch. It wasn't like, I can understand like that other prison wife that was all pissed off at us because she was talking about like her personal life, and then we gave an opinion and she was all pissed off, whatever.
But
Even though
again,
we called
why
it
do
our
you
shit.
have those options on?
But you understand what
if
I'm
you don't want people
saying?
doing
But
it?
for something like this, where it was like it was an incident, it didn't really involve them because I don't even know if that lady has a kid that goes at that school.
No, but they're just saying they're just doing all that for awareness. But there's on social media, you see so many people that give their opinions,
Yes.
have channels, and they do interviews or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's an opinion, and these people, damn losers! Like, you have over 100,000
So I
followers.
guess the question is,
And you're fucking tripping off of us, who on the new account we only have 2 followers.
Yeah.
And on my YouTube channel here, nobody fucking likes shit, nobody comments, nobody engages.
Yeah, they
and
don't.
what happened? Like, all my followers supposedly on here, they're like not here.
yeah, they're like ghost.
So it's like, but I don't care. Like, we continue to
do
make
what-
our videos,
Yeah.
put ourselves out there, because it's just, you just have to be on social media now to kind of just be there.
Well, if you want to, again, and our goal, what is our
Yeah.
goal? Well, we want to reach people. We want to try to reach everyone who may be interested in what we have to say and what we do. And, again, we're a small business. We have little things, small merch. We want to connect with people who are well-minded or who actually have similar
Yeah.
vision. That's the whole point of social media too. You network with people. Hey, you sell oranges, I sell apples. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
things like that. The barter system, all that stuff. Build a community, and use it for good. Use it for good. This whole malicious shit. Like, this is where it's just like, and it's creepy to me now because it's 3 a.m. and it's like, you know what I mean? Creepy. It's, I don't know, but that's for another story. But yeah, it's just,
Shit, we were down with Spooktober and Spooktober. What the fuck? It shouldn't
Yeah.
be November Spook.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like the I don't know, naughty November. I don't know what you want to call
man.
it.
They're
But
notorious.
thank you
November
again.
shit.
Thank you again, whoever's watching, whoever's still here with us. Thank you for giving us this space to vent, and for you to still be here and watching, and I would like to see more engagement. I'd like you guys to engage and tell us, like, what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with it? And that's fine if you disagree, but give us a better understanding, because it's just, I'm like, wow. Like, like I said, we deal with this all the time. But I really think that people like this in person, because we've seen their videos in person, they're nothing like these personas that they're portraying on the internet. Like this constant trolling, this constant, like, what do you call that? Just harassment at this point.
Yeah, and how do you not know that that's being a fucking shit talker? Like, how do you not know that you're being a shit talker? You're not reasoning, and how do you not know that, like, certain things that you say, if you're telling them, yeah, well, I'm gonna come get you, how do you not know that that's a fucking threat? You're already like, how do you, like, what the fuck? And then these are the same type of people that tell you, think before you speak, but then they're doing that shit.
No, it's true. It's true. It's amazing. It's just, and again, I mean, we don't know what these people are going through. We don't know what their mental state is. That's what's creepy about it. It's like what's creepy about it. Like, you know, because they kept saying that, like, oh, well, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. Okay, that's fine.
So, but do you want to come pull up on this mother over here? I mean, I've got nieces and nephews. What the fuck you trying to come terrorize over here? Just doesn't make any sense, you know. But I guess it's just creepy people, I would say, that just don't take no for an answer. To me, it's very predator, very those.
Well, and one of the things that bothered me too was that one of these women on here, was it her boyfriend? It's like her boyfriend or something that was also trolling us.
Oh,
so
two guys.
Now you got a
them.
couple here.
No, two couples.
Two couples.
Yes.
Which is disgusting to me. So it's
actually, like, three, because the lady's husband.
So too. How far are you willing to? These are the couples that you hear about, like in these disgusting,
commit crimes together. Again, this is our opinion on that, because you do hear and see cases like
this particular case, this particular situation with us, I can totally see these people like committing sexual assault. I can for
that's just our opinion,
for humiliation. I just totally see it. I totally see it, and they want to call us chomo lovers, but no, your vibes, your actions are showing me predatorial vibes.
That is when you keep going back and forth with someone on social media or whatever, on fucking phone, and you keep going back and forth. When they told you it's over, it's done, I'm done with this, and they keep like no, and they keep coming back, and you're like fuck, and they come back.
That's the same. Okay, I want to talk about that too. That's the same as trespassing. You know, many people don't understand what trespassing is, right? But that's what trespassing is. If somebody, it doesn't matter. It's like us. It's like me when I go play somewhere in the street or whatever. Like that Target incident when we went, right? If you're somewhere, and for whatever reason, the business owner or the lot owner or whatever, they don't want you there. They don't feel comfortable with you, and they ask you to politely, hey, can you please leave? I don't want you here for whatever reason. By then, you are supposed to leave. If you don't leave and you want to challenge them, now you are trespassing. Yes. Now they're in their right to call the police. Now they're in their right, if they feel threatened, to defend themselves. And I'm not saying violence is the answer, but these are things that many people don't understand.
They stay there arguing.
And again, I want to talk about this because it's just like we had to watch a lot of scenarios, right, for the security that we do, the things that we do for our work. We take classes every year. We have to upkeep the training. And we watched a situational video with the firearms permit that I carry. And this is they use true stories. So this one story was the guy was with a knife, he was brandishing a knife, and he kept swinging it at the police officers. The police officers were very patient with this man. They let him do this for over an hour, tried talking him down, calming him down, telling him to get it. Well, finally, he just flipped the switch and decided that he wanted to lunge towards them. So they shot him and they killed him. And the parents were upset, and the parents wanted to sue and do all this stuff. And they went to court and they lost their case. They lost their case because under the law is anybody comes at you with a knife, 21 feet is the distance. That's it. They violate that circle, you're in your right to defend yourself. And these are things that I wish people would understand, because you hear all these stories, well, he was mentally ill, but again, he didn't follow the law. And many people would disagree, and these are the type of subjects that we were having with these people where they just don't want to accept it. But it is the law. The laws are there for a reason.
And the law even told them at those incidents that they were, doing, that there was no, they're trespassing, and they didn't want to take no for an answer. So now they want to keep targeting us. Like,
So I don't know how true it is, but I did see something where supposedly this guy Alan, the guy that was taking the pictures, supposedly he's got a lawyer. Supposedly he's got no sound like upstairs. Supposedly he's got a lawyer, and they're in the process of starting like a defamation claim or something. I don't know how true that is, but these are things
But what's weird is that I haven't, when I've looked it up, I haven't really found a thorough, anything that's like really keeping tabs with it. Like what?
So maybe it's not in the media.
I don't really know.
But again, thank you guys again. November is a month of gratitude. Be grateful for everything and find 3 things you can be grateful for on the daily. And, hopefully I'm sure, holidays are a very hard time of the year. And it's a very hard time for us as well.
It's usually like when the horrific type of crimes happen.
Right. And that's, if you think about it, like I watch a lot of crime stuff, a lot of crimes happen during the holidays. I mean, look at these psycho murderers like Scott Peterson who killed his wife on Christmas.
The one last year with the Idaho murders, no?
Oh, yeah, that was right before
That was
Thanksgiving.
this month. Yeah.
So again, be safe, everyone, and be safe and just... Again, learn how to be grateful or practice it. I mean, it's something that can be positive and it can keep you on a good, positive path. And, so you can spread that positive energy and get rid of the negative energy and all that stuff. Anything else you want to add about gratitude? And thank you again for letting us
thank you so much. We really appreciate everyone's time.
Thank you.
Who actually do watch it
And again, but like I said, I would like to see more engagement, even if you don't agree or whatever, or just leave a comment or whatever, and
let me know that you're there.
And don't forget to give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And again, we're here, to listen as well.
Yeah, and I usually post things on my community post there. So I do use the community post if you'd like to go check that out.
Yeah, and again, right now we've been doing it pretty consistently. We're hoping to keep it going. On Sundays, we will reveal a new jar with a new guessing game, and we'll reveal the answer on Friday, the following Friday.
Yep.
We were hoping. Now I don't know how we're going to do it because we don't have the other social media. But we were hoping to, maybe if the winner wins the one closer to Christmas, maybe we might put some money in it and do a little giveaway or something.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers
No,
yet either. So we don't have all the perks or anything like that.
Yeah.
But again,
I just
so very grateful.
Post content of everything usually, like things that interest me, like comments that we get. We like to respond to people, and that's what we do. What else? Any other topics?
And again, if there's something that we might not have understood or we'd like a better understanding, then we might ask for clarification. Yeah. And a lot of people right away, they get upset and they're like, oh, bro, you're yelling at me. And it's like, no, we're passionate. When you're passionate about something, you feel very passionate about something, well, yeah, of course, your pitch is going to change, the inflection's going to change. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're yelling or you want confrontation. It's just like, I would like a response. Like, I would like to help better understand whatever the situation is. But thank you guys again, and happy Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. What else, Emily? Si toman, no manejen? Si manejen, no tomen?
Yeah.
You like that one, Mom?
It's Friday. Everybody likes to have fun.
Yeah, it's Friday, and again... Oh, yeah, Monday's the Friday. I don't know why I was under the impression that Friday was the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
That was last month, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So be safe, everyone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, and have a great day.
Thank you.